got your mic and I have to pass it back and forth and all that all 2 years. You can stay right there though. You ain't gotta go nowhere. Yeah, you can stay like I'm just saying because that way y'all ain't gonna pass the mic back. Yeah, you already know what's going on. This is your girl Tampa Mystic, highly unique radio industry's most wanted show. We got one of my favorite people here, and I don't know if your ears be ringing and all that stuff, but I promise you, I brag about you a lot, Tony Bone. I've been telling my artist Dave Skills about you a lot. I've taken him all through your Instagram, and he had a doctor appointment, but I was hoping he could have been here today because I really wanted to have an opportunity to meet you because I was like, he's one of those artists. I gotta brag on you for a minute. He's one of those artists that I've really seen. I've been in Atlanta going on 5 years now, and I've just watched you grind and elevate and go out and get yours. Like you took that shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't sitting around and wait on nobody to hand it to you. Like I can truly say you are one of them artists that you really work for where you're at right now. You've elevated a whole lot. You've been extremely supportive of everything we've had going on. So I'm humbly grateful for that.
Thank you.
Big shout out to Tony Ball. What's happening?
What's happening? We in the building, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, for the people who are asleep or under a rock or just out of the know, introduce yourself.
Alright, man. I go by the name of Tony Bone, man. Eastside, L-Town, D Cash County. We in the building now. You know what I mean? Cool Club.
Cool Club. That's what's up, man. Listen, I'm so excited for all the things that are going on for you. You've been putting out great music over the years, and again, I've seen that elevate too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's what it's all about, is this elevation. You know what I'm saying? How long have you been doing music?
Man, I've been doing music forever. I can't put a number on it. I've been doing music out the womb. You know what I mean? But seriously, as far as recording, probably about 15 years for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you decide music? Like coming up, was there anybody in your family who was involved in music, or did you have like a artist that was your idol, or what made you decide music?
Well, I mean, like I said, music was always in the fam. Like my dad, he sang.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My uncle, he played the guitar. And just like my whole family, they all sang, but nobody ever just took it to the point. So you know, what I mean, I always was saying at Thanksgiving, and you know what I mean. I was in the little church.
You can sing a little bit.
I can sing a little bit though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I was in the church choir and everything. You feel me? Like a junior deacon. You feel me? I do the beginning songs. You know what I mean? But I really just started rapping like with my next door neighbor Dante, you feel me? Like we used to listen like Master P and 3-6 all the time, you know what I mean? And like what we used to do, we just used to like take the end of the instrumental of the song and loop it on the karaoke machine and then rap on that motherfucker, you feel me? So like that's how we, you know what I mean? That's how I really started, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just and then it went from that to, you know what I mean, actually going to the studio. But like we did that, I was 10, 11, you know what I mean? So like, I've been cutting records since like 12, honestly.
A long time.
Some with cassettes was out now.
Oh yeah. I had some cassette. I had about 2-3 mixtapes, real mixtapes.
Listen, I remember going to the flea market and buying a cassette. Like that's the original fucking mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Music,
like real shit. That's what's up though. That's really, really dope. You know, so you've elevated a lot. You've worked with a lot of people in the business. You and I both know there's good people, there's bad people.
Facts.
A lot of ups and downs. The struggle be real.
Yeah,
what keeps you motivated?
Man, honestly, like the past 3 years, man, just you know what I mean, living out this shit for my daddy. You feel me? Like,
yes,
that's been my push for the past 3 years.
I don't even mean to interrupt you, but I gotta chime in on that real quickly. You and I have done a couple listening sessions together.
For sure.
Thank you. Humbly grateful. Thank you. I've hosted a couple of your listening sessions. Very, very successful to the point we almost got kicked out of one studio because y'all had so many people come. They're like, shut up, street execs. They're like,
they work with us though,
we
man.
Yeah, they did. Our first one we did was at Hot Beats.
Right.
And I want to talk about that a little bit because, like, right before we did that, your daddy passed.
Right.
But it didn't stop you. It motivated you even more.
For
like, just to see, and you can see the pain.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even say I understand because I still have both my parents living, but I've lost my sister, so I understand losing someone next to you is really tough. So it's like to see you still push forward through that.
Right.
Man, I respect that so much.
Yeah, man, he wouldn't have it no other way, man. You feel me? Like he was the motivation when I was, you know what I mean, fresh out, you know what I mean, and just trying to figure it out. He like, you ain't going to the studio?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't studying no studio there, man. I gotta get me some money, man. Look, I pay for the time, man, and I ain't had no license. You feel me? I ain't had nothing, so he was the motivation then. You know what I mean?
So
really,
you can't stop.
Oh hell no, man. That ain't even no option.
Quitting is not an option.
Nah, that ain't even no option. You know what I mean? And then he taught me to make it in life first before you make it in music. You feel me?
Word. So like, that's big facts.
Either way it go, I'm gonna wake up and you know what I mean. I'm gonna live my life. You know what I mean?
Because you got a family.
Believe that.
You know what I'm saying? You got. I think. During your first listening session, your girl was about to have that baby.
She's about to have my son. yeah.
Word, that's what's up. So for people who are not familiar with Tony Bone's music, and we're going to get them real familiar, like, if you, and I know that your music is, you know, everything you do is a little different, which is good. You don't want to always sound the same. You got to switch it up. But, like, how would you describe your music? Like, where it comes from? Like, how you put it together?
Pretty much what I try to do, I try to just speak on experiences as much as I can.
Word.
You feel me? Whether I done lived it, whether my partner, or whether, you know what I mean, my dad, or whether I done seen it, or whether I done, you know, situations. Most of my music is on situations. You know what I mean? I try not to do, because I used to do just like all radio cuts. You feel me? And then, you know, certain things happened where I had to grow up in life, and like it shifted. You feel me? So like personal stuff, you feel me? Like I talk about and I just talk about how I feel, you feel me? If I ain't rocking with a certain thing, I'm gonna say it in my music, you feel me? I ain't going with the trend, you know what I mean? And, a lot of people say that I tell too much of the damn truth, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you really be, you know what I mean? Like, so that's, you know, it's just I say it's me, you feel me?
That's okay though, but guess what? Sometimes, you know, we might hurt people's feelings. I know I be hurting motherfuckers' feelings.
Hey man, it's cool.
But that's a part of it. I tell people, if you get in your feelings easily, this business is not for you.
Oh no.
This business isn't for you, because you'll be in your feelings and hurt every fucking day, because there's somebody out there who wants your spot. They want what you got going on.
Oh yeah.
Man, shout out Tony Bone. I just rock with you so much.
Thank you.
He's always bring positive energy. He always got a smile on his face. He always supports. Like, I wish I could clone you 1,000,000 times over again. I promise you it. And when I say I brag about you, if my artist was sitting right here, he would tell you he's very familiar, because I'm just like, you're such a dope artist, you know what I'm saying? And you're such a dope person. You're a great person, you know what I'm saying? You're a good dad, you know, husband, all that stuff. Son,
for sure.
all the way around. I'm going to have Such holler at you, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
DJ such and such needs absolutely no introduction to you. You've known him forever.
Since Dead Fresh? Since Go Ahead. Yeah, man.
Like a long time, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
And I know Such, you've absolutely watched Tony Bone's Elevation. You know, he used to come perform at a lot of our events, a lot of other people's events. He's really stayed down until he came up, and he's now in a great position. Big shout out to Scotty ATL.
For sure.
Shout out to J. Rain. Shout out to the whole Kook Club movement. You know what I'm saying? You know, talk to him.
I love that connection.
For sure.
When I seen it and heard it, I love it, because it's like, I feel like he's one of the real East Siders.
Word. And
I feel like, no against to my side, there's a lot of talent from my side, but we don't stick together as a side.
What? Yeah.
So when I knew that they was rocking, I was like, yes, the East Side starting to get
I love it.
But, you know, Tony Bone has been one of them artists that really lived what he talked about. It wasn't a try, like he said. So take that out your vocabulary. He really did.
He really did it. Big facts.
So, I mean, like, my only advice to you is to keep going, bro. R.I.P. Pops. Shit, you know,
right.
You know this game in and out. This shit ain't easy. It ain't gonna come to nobody that ain't willing to put the work in. So, you know, just keep applying that pressure, putting in that new music on the way, new situations, all that good shit.
All that good stuff.
Believe that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, keep rocking.
And you deserve it all. Like, everything positive that comes your way, you absolutely deserve it. You worked for it. And I can't stress that enough, because, man, there's so many artists out here I see that are just so ungrateful.
Right.
And I just want to choke them. You know what I'm saying? Like, people present them with great opportunities, and they're so ungrateful, and you're just the complete opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? You worked hard for it. You're appreciative. You're grateful. You know what I'm saying? So big huge shout out to the homie Tony Bone.
So, man.
How you came up with that name, Tony Bone?
Well, my first name is Antonius. So Everybody just call me Javar.
What is your first name?
My Antonius.
Oh, we're gonna call you that from now on.
You feel me? So I got that. That's my dad's name. I was just always Slim, and folks started calling me Bone. From me being Slim, and then I just threw it together. You know what I mean? And then honestly, I heard Player Fly say it on a song. You know what I mean? Cause don't tell nobody, but my first rap name used to be Genesis, right?
I'm no one.
You feel me? But then I started saying Genesis, aka Tony Bone. You feel me? And then I just took the Genesis off and ran with the Tony Bone. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to rebrand yourself.
Right.
And go with what really fits. And sometimes you start out here and it elevates into who you really are. You got to find your sound. You got to find who you are. Like it all comes with that process of working. What's next for Tony Bone?
Boom. All right, cool. So right now, shout out Scotty ATL, man, for the situation, for everything, man, for fucking with me, for
big
reaching,
shout out Scotty
for being
ATL.
real. You know what I mean? Like, because of course y'all know I done mess with a lot of folks in the industry. You feel me? But shout out, bro, for keeping it real, man. You know what I mean? And wanting to see this shit. You know what I mean? Want to see somebody else prevail. You know what I mean? But I got the EP on the way, Cold Hearted, 5 songs, 5 slappers. I got the single out now featuring Scotty ATL, Worst Way, and I got a new single dropping this week, Risk It All. So
which we're gonna premiere today.
Yeah, we're gonna play that today. I got the A3C concert coming up with J. Rain and who else on there? Translead, 24 Hours, Akbar V, and Scotty.
Big lineup.
Just working. You know what I mean? We just working, man. Bro got me working. I said I wanted it, and bro got down. He putting the brakes on me, but but it cool though. You feel me? Like it is what it is. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Ain't no sitting on your ass now.
Listen, I couldn't probably sit here and name a better person that you could have linked up with. Scotty ATL is that dude, man. Like
for sure, man.
I knew about him way before I moved to Atlanta, and I'm just like, man, he's such a, like, especially with him being an artist himself,
right,
wanting to work and see other artists elevate. That's the most selfless thing that an artist can do, is to allow, because he's elevated a lot, and a lot of people know who he is, and they fucking with him, and that's so selfless of him to actually say, let me help you guys out.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of artists that block their blessing by not putting folks on.
Big old facts.
You feel me?
Big
facts. Because if you look at all the top dudes, they done put on the whole game. If you look at the top rappers, you know what I mean, the Guwaps and the Futures and they put on which is the whole industry right now. You feel me?
He didn't put on as many people he put on.
For real.
When he got out, it wasn't even a matter.
Look at Jeezy, bro. Jeezy ain't put on nobody from the city, bro.
I see it.
He ain't put on nobody from the city, bro. And now look, I ain't saying he ain't guapped up, but as far as the rap game, he not relevant like that, right? Yeah. Like straight up. But shout out Jeezy.
So who produced Risk It All?
Risk It All, man. My boy Marty, man. You know what I mean? My boy from Baltimore with this southern sauce, man. You know what I mean? We linked up and he you know what I mean, he played it. No. X that, I'm sorry. We did one session and then he gave me a pack, you know what I mean? And then I wrote to it, you feel me? And I came to the studio, we laid it down and I wasn't even thinking of it as being, you know what I mean, or being no banger like that. And then Scotty had hit me and was like, bro, that Risk It All, bro, that motherfucker hit, bro. I'm like, for real?
All you need to hear.
Are you sure that's it? He like, bro, that's it, bro. Let's goddamn try it out. I'm like, bro, what happened the Worst Way, bro? You feel me? Like, that was going the Worst Way. But yeah, man. So shout out Martin, man. Be more in the building.
So that's what's up, man. We definitely appreciate you taking the time to come rock with us today. It's always love. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We fuck with you the super long way. Tell everybody, where to keep up with you.
I got the TonyBone.com on the way. I'm just waiting on my boy 271 to finish it. But Tony Bone, PNCMC on everything. Facebook Tony Bone, Elder ELDER, SoundCloud Tony Bone, everything Tony Bone. I think it's some other Tony Bone, but they don't look like me. But you'll know. You'll know it's me.
There's only one.
There's a couple in parts.
There's the originator.
Yeah, right. But Yeah, man, and just shit, man, trying to book me right now. You can just hit my DM, man. You trying to book or whatever, and then got a little chain of command that we go through or whatever. But if you respect the business, then you respect how we working. You know what I mean?
Big facts. That's what's up, man. We appreciate you checking in with us today. Who you want to shout out to?
Shout out Cool Club, Scotty ATL, man. Shout out the whole team, man. Tahoe Chiefs from J. Rain and motherfucking Swayze and Dub and. Shout out my folk PNC, my boy Shern just came home, man. Day KT, man, you feel me? The whole team, the whole lit city, Exit 74, man. That way, man. Eastside, we here.
I got one more question before we get into the record, and this is what's important to me. Big shout out to the homie Tony Bone is in the building, representing Cool Club.
Yes, indeed.
You work real hard. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you elevate, and I've watched you come up. Hold on, I didn't have the video started. Big shout out to the homie Tony Bone is in the building. Out here representing Cool Club, doing big things for ATL, Eastside. What up, man? Listen, I've watched you work and I've watched you grind, and you really work for what you got. What's your definition of grind?
Man, my definition of grind is no sleep, consistency. You know what I mean, and just always trying to elevate and invest. You feel me? That's what I say. Straight up.
Facts. That's what's up, man. So introduce the record. We're going to check it out.
Hey, man, this your boy Tony Bone, man. Cool Club, L-Town, Eastside, man. We in that thing, man. Risk it all, man. Produced by my boy Martin, man. Get right. Let go. Risk it all. I'ma risk it all. Dope off in my jaws. Dope off in my jaws. Time to re-go, get it out. I do what I wanna. You do what you can. I do what I wanna. You do what you can. I do what I wanna. You do what you can. It ain't the difference between a pussy and a man. Understand? You don't person for them satchels and a man, man. Knock your baby mama at the park. It's a grand slam. Twin the race. Oh, I chose in my 10, man. So homie, don't play that with a foul on your clown, man. Back to see it, I got past the bill in the pound, man. Ready wheel, about to take a trip out of town, man. Promise if I ever fall off, I'ma bounce back. Real B with the Gucci sneaks, I'm about that. I remember dick in the dirt, I was down bad. You ain't made no real money, you were just around stack. Show you how to count stack, safe with a house in. Pussy won't smoke, give them beef, bring them out back. I done made a meal plus, bucking out the loud pack. G's moving silence and no one that wanna announce that. Only when you big youngs, you know when I found that. Million after million, never leading, we gon' down that. I'ma risk it out, back against the wall. Do the whole dash, middle finger to the house. I'ma risk it out, dope off in my jaws. Dope off in my jaws, time to re-go, get it out. I do what I wanna, you do what you can. I do what I wanna, you do what you can. I do what I wanna, you do what you can. It ain't the difference between a pussy and a man, understand? A1 certified, grade A, ain't in the backwood, cleaning on my HK. I've been on my grizzly, getting busy since the 8th grade. I been taking chances, I ain't waiting for no amazing grace. Pistol on my person, no extendo just to play it safe. I remember mama putting crystal gifts on layaway. I remember daddy showed his son how to make a cake. Making something acetone work to make it fade away. You same ball ain't fucking with me in the paper chase. I can work on Labor Day. Phil Jackson like a bay. Linen suit, Taylor made. Superman can't say the name. Smoke a blunt with anime. We hustle in my day to day. Eating shit like way delay. No freebies, nigga, pay your way. Time to bone the ace of spades. Let you have them basic plays. Make my shooters take your aim. Snitching, better say my name. Glock on me, can't take my chain. Chain the kid, don't chain the fame. I'ma risk it out. Back it in the wild. Do the whole dash. Middle finger to the house. I'ma risk it out. Dope off in my drawers. Dope off in my jaws. Time to re-go, get it out. I do what I wanna. You do what you can. I do what I wanna. You do what you can. I do what I wanna. You do what you can. It ain't the difference between a pussy and a man. Understand?
Yeah. Shout out Tony Bone, man. That's really a dope record, and I appreciate you letting us premiere it here first and
First.
break before it's even out.
Yes.
Shout out to the homie Scotty ATL, Cool Club. You know what I'm saying? We got J. Rain on the check-in, so I'm gonna have y'all. Yeah, you can. How about flip-flop? That way, I got him a little bit closer over here. Shout out to No Realers in the building. You know what I'm saying? He coming up next. Y'all stay tuned in, listening, tuned in. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of dope and everything. J. Rain, what's happening, man?
What's poppin'?
Hey, introduce yourself. Everybody know who you are. Where you checking in from?
Well, I am J. Rain, man. Cool Club representative, man. I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Got a little feedback.
Okay, yeah. Touch, come over here and check. Check. All right. Word, that's what's up, man. I need a little bit. Check. Okay. So, you stay out in Atlanta now?
Yeah, I've been in Atlanta for like 3 years.
Okay, what made you decide to move to Atlanta?
Well, honestly, man, I graduated college back in 2013 from Alabama A&M University. And I have been fucking with Scotty for a while. And it was just kind of a personal decision. Like, I feel like there was more opportunity out here.
Word.
So I decided to take a little risk and move out here. I ain't really had nothing going. Came out here, I was sleeping on my partner couch for a little while. And I just saw, like, the opportunity that was just, I was like, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I salute you because I'll tell you, like, it is a risk moving out of your comfort zone per se. Like, you were where you were at in Alabama, you probably could have stayed there.
Right, whole ass degree, you know what I'm saying?
Degree, family, friends, the whole nine. But guess what? You